friends, it's Doreen with Back to Home with Doreen, and today we're continuing our series of old-fashioned desserts. Now, if you've been following along, I already have a few, like a strawberry shortcake, a chocolate cake with peanut butter icing, and then we have a whole series on some old-fashioned Jello desserts. So if you haven't caught them, go ahead and subscribe because you can catch all those if you're interested. But today, I'm going to make one that is in my repertoire of memories. So this was a cake my mother-in-law used to make. It was just a simple yellow cake. We used to pour a mixture of fruit cocktail and mandarin oranges over the top with a little bit of the juice and then a whole container of whipped cream on top. Simple, 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 but so delicious, and it's very refreshing for a summer dessert. So let's stop talking about it and let's start cooking. Now, the nice thing about this cake is we are using a box mix and we're going to doctor it up. I do that a lot. And sometimes we just need something a little simpler. We don't always need to make a cake by scratch. I have done that and that's super yummy. Now my daughter will tell me that, oh mom, it's just as easy to always make your own. But and she pretty much does. And she went to cooking school a couple of years and she's a great cook. She's a great baker. She's a great baker. Shout out to my girl, my Hannah Banana. Mama's making a box mix today. And I'm going to show you how to doctor it up so it tastes delicious. So we are using one box of, I think it's a moist, super moist cake mix. And we're going to add a few ingredients to doctor it up. Sometimes I'll use 4 eggs, but on this one I'm just going to use 3. And these eggs are room temperature. You know what? Let's put some of our liquids in first. Now, we're not going to put our fruit cocktail and oranges in there, but what I did is, I had this here. Let me remind you what I was going to do. So what I did is I opened up the can of fruit cocktail, and I opened up a can of mandarin oranges. Let me get my glasses. Got some new readers that are pretty. I need to go to get my eyes checked, but these readers will do for now. So I've got a 30-ounce can of fruit cocktail in the syrup, in heavy syrup, and one 11-ounce can of mandarin oranges. What I did is I drained off the liquid. I reserved 1 cup. I probably won't put the whole cup in here, probably like 3/4 a cup of liquid into our cake batter. That's going to give it a little something. And we are going to add some sour cream and some softened butter, and it's going to be super yummy. But go ahead and after you drain, don't throw out the extra juice in there. Save that from your fruit cocktail because there's going to be plenty left of the juice. Don't throw it out. So let's start out with, I'm going to use 3/4 a cup. If I need a little bit more, put that in here. I'm using a 1/4 cup of room temperature sour cream. Now on the cake box recipes, it asks for 1 cup of liquid, and so I'm hoping that's, it's kind of what my ratio is. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of vanilla, just give it a little something extra. And let's go ahead and we're going to put some softened butter. We're going to use about 6 tablespoons of softened butter. It's about room temperature. And then we'll do 1 egg at a time. Let's start with 1 egg, and then and you don't want to over mix this, and I got a little bit of shell in there, so let me get that out. Oh, did I get it? I don't see it. I'll have something crunchy in. Oh, there it is. I got it. All right. let's get this started. I thought I'll go a little retro today with my hand mixer. And do I have this? Oh, let's press that little red button. There we go. And that's the lowest. This goes really fast, so I'm not going to do too much. I don't want to over mix it, but we want that butter to be incorporated. Let's put another egg in there. Sometimes if you overbeat your cake mix, that's what makes it a little tougher. And then let's do our last egg. And there, really, that's all there is to this part. I've greased two 8x8 aluminum cake pans because I'm bringing this to church tomorrow. And I will serve that at refreshments. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I help out at refreshments at church. And so my church family gets to experience all the yummy stuff I'm making for you. They get to eat it. So if you want a yummy taste of it, you're going to have to go ahead and... What did I do with my little red spatula? Oh, I got another one. We're just going to scrape down that bottom. Make sure none of that flour deposited on the bottom. And this hand mixer, I said the low speeds is a lot higher than, like if I use my stand mixer, and you can go ahead and use your stand mixer. I thought I'd just do something a little different today. But it goes a lot slower. I feel like I'm going to add a little more of that liquid. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to use about 1/8 of that. Right. So I greased these 8x8. These are heavy duty aluminum cake pans. And I decided I'm traveling with it. This is what I'm going to bake them in. You can use a glass, one of your glass pans that are the rectangle. They're about, I think, 8x11 or 9x11. You can use that. But I decided to use this today. And then I can throw these away afterwards. So let's go ahead and actually, let's use a measuring cup so we can kind of know both are about even. Let's use 3 of these. This is like a half a cup. So I just greased this with some coconut oil. You don't have to have coconut oil. You can use vegetable oil if you prefer. 1, 2, 3. And this is really just as easy to put in one pan, but I just went shopping today, so I didn't have a ton of room in the fridge, so these are a little smaller, and I can rearrange them, put them in a couple different places. You know, if you have one big pan, you're like, where am I going to put this stuff? So just use about half of that, and pretty much got it close to even. This, the reason why I want to do this recipe is it just really reminds me when my kids were growing up and we had family picnics back in upstate New York. We lived in upstate New York for many years, and the summers are gorgeous up there. Sometimes we would go up to Lake George, and we would do summer picnics, you know, pack up the car with a bunch of food, charcoal, lighter fluid, our coffee pots that you could put on the grill, and we'd bring a cooler full of food, you know, everybody's favorites. And then we would, a lot of times we'd get there, we'd make a whole day of it. Let me wash my hands real quick. Yeah, we would make a whole day of it. A lot of times we would have breakfast out there. So to bring our cast iron pan and cook breakfast out there. And the kids would just be running around at the lake, you know, just having a good time, running around in the woods, playing in the sand, going in and out of the water, just having a good old time. Well, my mother-in-law, she used to, this is one of the cakes that she would make that I just remember loving. This is so simple. It's so refreshing for a hot summer day. I think if you try this, you're going to like this. It's so simple. Box mix. We're not making it from scratch. And of course, if you're going on an all-day picnic like we do, you got to put it, you know, this is a good container. You can put a lot of aluminum foil on the top and put that right in your cooler. So there we go. We're just going to bake these. It's probably going to take 20 minutes, maybe 25, 22. I'll set it for 20 and keep my eye on it. And then we'll continue on. Okay, my timer just went off. I put this in about 24 minutes, 25 minutes. And let's give a little press on there. It springs right back. So we're going to put these on a rack. We're going to let them cool for a good half an hour. We don't have to worry about taking these out because we're going to just serve it like this. We'll wait a half an hour, and then we'll put the fruit cocktail on there. We want it good and cool because we're going to also put the whipped cream on there, and we don't want it to melt. So it might even take an hour. So this is a great make ahead dessert. And let's let it cool, and we'll continue on. Hi friends, it is time to top this cake off. It's the next day. It's the next morning. I'm going to bring some to church, and I'll leave one for my hubby and I because today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I know this is going to be out afterwards, but happy belated Father's Day. So I want to serve this. So let me get a measuring cup. That's the only thing I forgot. You know how mornings are when you're getting ready for church. Busy, busy, busy. So let's go ahead and take an end of a wooden spoon. 2 square cakes. You can do this, you know, you can do this with a rectangle cake. You can do this with a round cake, but what works for you? And I'm just going ahead and poking a few holes in there to collect up all the juice. There we go. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like 20 holes in there. And I stirred up this fruit cocktail and the mandarin oranges. They never give you that many cherries, right? So let's just start and coat. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start on here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got 5 on here. And 5 on here. And we got a little bit left, so it'll be like 5.5 on each cake. So this whole amount, if you're doing one, you know, you're going to put the whole bowl on your cake. This is so simple, and this is just a nice, refreshing dessert. Old-fashioned. This is what I remember. And my grandma used to do a spin on this. She used to do peaches. And I think she did it mostly on like an angel food cake. So let's go ahead and just put some dollops of whipped cream. You can use store-bought. I made homemade, and this is a good sturdy whipped cream. It's got a cream cheese base to it, so it holds up in the summer heat a little bit. I mean, obviously, if it's 90 or 100 degrees, you can't leave it out like, you know, that long. But if you're putting this out for dessert, it's probably not going to last out here too long. So, all right. And I'm kind of just going fast because I got to get out of the house this morning. But I would say probably got like, for this whole cake, we got about 2 cups of whipped cream. And you want it good and coated. I probably need a little bit more. I got some more in the fridge. Let's get a spatula. And you pretty much want to coat all the fruit. Does it have to look perfect? No. But we do eat with our eyes, so try to make it as pretty as you can. And this one that's not as pretty as this one. I'll bring this one to church. You know what? I might have to take more of my whipped cream. It's not quite enough. Yeah, because I like it nice and coated. I didn't really measure this out, the whipped cream. There we go. That's how it should look. And you can serve this right away, or you can wait, you know, put it in the fridge, wait an hour or so, bring it to your function. That'd be fine. It's going to soak up, the cake will soak up all those yummy juices, so that's good. Put a wrap on it, and there you've got a really easy, simple summer dessert, old-fashioned, and maybe no one's ever tried this before. So you can bring something a little unique to your party, and they're going to love it. They're going to love it. It's just nice and refreshing on a hot summer day. So there's another one in the books. Thanks for watching today. I'll go ahead and put some pics up there, and maybe I'll get myself tasting it later. We'll see. We'll see. It's a busy day today, but hope you try it. Let me know in the comments if you do. Keep watching for our old-fashioned dessert series. We've done Jello, everything Jello that you can think of. Well, not maybe that you can think of, but we've done quite a few Jello episodes. We've done chocolate cake with peanut butter icing. We have done, there's another one. We've got strawberry shortcake. Gotta have that for summer, right? So if you haven't subscribed, please do so today. And if you would, I'd ask that you please share this video. I'm trying to grow up to 500 subscribers by the end of the summer. Let's see if I can do it. I can only do it with your help. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the cake.